How to create a Vlookup formula in Excel. Vlookup is one of the most useful functions in Excel when it comes to comparing data between two tables. When working with multiple data sets, you will find Vlookup to be an invaluable tool, especially when trying to identify duplicates between two sets of data. So here I have a very simple example, but Vlookup is very powerful and you will find many ways to use it when you are working with a lot of data. So in this example, I have a list of baby names. I have the number of names that were used in 1990 of each. And on another sheet in this, I have the number that was used in the year 2000 of, again, a list of baby names. So now my objective is for each baby name, I have the number of children that were named this name in a particular region in 1990. I want to see how many were named uh, the same name in the year 2000. So what I need to do is I need to look up this name in the other sheet and try and retrieve how many were named, the number of children in 2000. To do this manually will be quite tedious and also highly prone to errors. So for this, we can use the VLOOKUP function. So in the first cell, I'll type equals VLOOKUP. Now let's just look at the syntax. The first thing is the lookup value, which in this case is the first name, which is this name. Now, secondly, I have to define where to look for this name. So in this case, it is the next sheet. So I'll go to the next sheet and I will select this range. I'll select the entire range, then press a comma. Now, the third argument is the column index number, because it is going to say what I'm saying is when I find the value, which column do I want to return? In this example, I want to return column number 2 because I'm going to look for the name in column 1 and then look in this and then return the value in column 2. So I will type 2, another comma. Now here the last argument is either true if I want an approximate match or false if I want an exact match. Here I want an exact match, so I'll type false, close brackets and press enter. So now I can see the name Jessica. 113 were named Jessica in 1990, but only 31 in the year 2000. Now before I copy this down, since I want my formula to look for each name in the entire table, I will make this constant by going to this in the formula bar and clicking F4 for each of the cell references. I can now drag this value down to the end of the column. Let's see what happens. Now what happens when I do this, I find error messages here. Now this indicates that this name, Amanda in this case, could not be found in the year 2000. So that is fine, but this looks quite messy and it looks like something is wrong here. So I'm going to change this formula to ignore the errors by using an if error function. So again, go to the formula bar. I'm going to type if error, open brackets. Now this takes two arguments. One is the value and what is the value if there's an error. Here in this case, the value is a formula. So if there's an error, I just wanted to say 0, which means there were no kids with that name. And close the brackets and say enter. So that being done, I can now drag this down again to override this. And I will see that that has got cleaned up and 0 has been entered instead. So a few things to remember when using VLOOKUP. Firstly, the range being referred to, in this case the sheet 2000, it has to be in ascending order, in alphabetical order. It has to be sorted according to the key, in this case the baby name, so it would be alphabetical order. The second thing is the column that's being referred has to be the leftmost column of the range. It needn't be the leftmost column of the sheet, in this case it is, but assume I'm selecting a range, for example, like this, it should be the leftmost because that is where Excel looks up for the value. And the last one is that it is better, the range that is being looked up to has unique values. If I have multiple values for the same key or the baby name, for example, multiple Abigails, it will return a wrong result. This is how to create a VLOOKUP formula in Excel. Please read the appended article for more information.